Well, that certainly was a May to remember. Didn't seem like May, did it? Seemed a little more like the monsoon, cool weather, some warm weather, some sun, but it just wasn't all that great. And you know what? Our plants are kind of showing that because they're not getting enough sun and they certainly have been getting too much water. But warm weather is on the way. So I thought I'd talk a little bit today about now that you've bought these plants, or if you haven't bought them, come on over. But you know, how to take care of them, because you spend a lot of money on these things, so you want to take care of it. So mistake number one, the hanging basket is always like the signal that things need to be watered, because it starts to droop down. So what people do is they get out the hose and they water the hanging basket. Well then, as long as they're watering the hanging basket, they're going to water these and then water these. So you see the problem here. This hanging basket, if you look at the head of the plant material, isn't much different than the one on the ground here. So you have this much soil mass, and then you come down here and you have a lot of soil mass on both of these pots. And so what happens is, while we're taking care of our needy hanging basket, we're overwatering our pots on the ground. So be really careful of that. Take care of your hanging basket. Leave those guys alone until they're asking for water. All right, so then it's fertilizer. I mean, the plants are wet, so you have to be careful. Make sure you let them dry out. I wouldn't be watering until they start to show. We're gonna get some nice sun, some 80s, so kind of let them tell you when they're ready for water. But they need fertilization too. You know, all the, I think one of the, you know, I love Miracle-Gro, and we saw a lot of it, but this feeds up to 6 months. That's not really true. It would be true, I think, in a lab maybe, but not in a pot, because those nutrients get flushed right out. So you need to fertilize, all right? What I do, I mean, there's different ways. Osmocote is real simple and people like it. You can kind of just shake it in there and it'll get watered in. I like the liquid amount because I guess I really like the blue water. So you throw a couple scoops down in here. It's 1 scoop per gallon of water. And there's easier ways to do it, but this is kind of the manly way. So you get in there, and then you always use the hose wand as your stirrer. I don't know why, but I do. All right, and so I like a bucket. I like, because it's fast. It doesn't seem like you're a sissy walking around with, now this is really a 2-gallon is fine, but I like to just do it this way. And I would be feeding my plants at least out front, you know, with those big displays we have, we feed them every week, every other week, monthly if you're a mean plant parent. So do that. And then if you do feel like you have plants that are suffering from too much, get some Biotone, because Biotone is great for root development and it'll make it feel much happier. So if you have any questions you'd like me to answer, send me an email at askpat@wthr.com.